Hey guys, Cody Barton here. Welcome to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to be answering another question that I get frequently, which is, Cody, how much freaking money do I need to set aside for my taxes? I'm wholesaling, I'm fix and flipping. I've always worked a W-2 job. I don't know how much money I'm supposed to be setting aside, if any. I brought on, once again, an expert to help us answer this question. Tommy, thank you so much. He's here from Prime Corporate Services. So we're gonna dive right in here. What the heck do we do? I'm a new investor. I just got started. I've closed a couple deals. Maybe I've made $10, $20, $30,000. How much of that am I going to be sending to the government? I don't really know what I should be setting aside. Where do we even begin there?
Absolutely. So active income versus passive income is the first question you need to ask yourself. If you're fix and flipping, if you're wholesaling, then you should be setting aside anywhere from 10% to 37% based off of your income. Okay, so as a rule of thumb, I think 30% is a pretty safe bet. But just to give you the example, if you make over $650,000, you're going to end up around 35 to 37%. If you make, let's say, under $170,000, you're going to be around 22%. So talk to your professional, talk to your accountant or your CPA off how much money you're making on these deals, how much money it's costing you to get these deals, and what you should prepare for before the end of the year. But if you're reinvesting those profits back into more marketing, keep in mind that there's ways those can also be deductible expenses. So if you're ultra conservative, I think 30% is a safe number. If you're looking to compound and reinvest your profits, it's important to have a professional so that you know what you're doing before the end of the year.
Now, I want to ask you on this. Maybe people are listening in and maybe they've been W-2 their whole life and don't really get this part, but you're saying if I brought in, say, $650,000, is that off of what I netted take home, $650,000? Or are you saying that even if I just gross, I brought in $650,000 and I paid $600,000 of that in more expenses and I wasn't very profitable and I only brought in $50,000, am I still needing to set aside 37% of $650,000?
Thank you for clarifying. If you make that $650,000 and you spent $600 to make it, you're not very efficient. But no, your tax rate would lower to 12%. So thank you for verifying that. Make sure you're tracking those expenses, because the $650, if that's the gross number, all those expenses are going to equate to your net number, and that's where your percentage is going to end up.
So that's what we want to be looking at, is after all the money that came in, and after all the money that we spent to get there, and any write-offs and things like that, to then that net number of, say it's 650 or the 170 or whatnot. That sounds right?
Yep, absolutely.
Another assumption that I do want to make, because this is important to understand, is we are assuming that you already have an LLC set up. You already have those things set in place that you need to make sure you're getting the most amount of deductions for your business. And if you haven't already seen the video that I did with Tommy where we talk about, do you or do you not need an LLC set up, or do you need an S Corp? If you're wondering what the heck any of those things even really are, you can go check out that video and be able to reference back to this. But this is, again, assuming that you have those things already in place, set up, ready to roll. This is what we're referencing of, what deductions that you might be able to take.
Yep. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's risk tolerance is different. Everyone's deductions are different. Everyone's living expenses are ultimately different. So talk to your professional about how you're structured, what your gross income is versus your net income. But 12 to 30%, kind of depending on how many expenses you actually have and how you're structured as a business.
If you don't already have all of those things in place, having your LLC, having your corporate structure already set up, Tommy and Prime Corporate Services, they can help get you taken care of. I do have a link in the description where you can set up a free call. They'll be able to consult you and kind of get an idea of where you're at, what your goals are, and what you need in place for you to be able to accomplish those goals, which, in my opinion, always figuring out ways to pay the least amount of taxes so you can keep the most amount of money in your pocket. Again, if you got any value from this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video. Tommy, thanks again. See you guys.